Yeah, thanks for having me. It was pretty flawless. I made one, mental error off the tee on 9 where I should have hit a 2-iron instead of a 3-wood and overshot the fairway a little bit, and actually got lucky to make a 5, to be honest. So, but no, I played great from the first tee shot all the way through to the last. I mean, I hardly missed a golf shot, and left a couple of putts out there, but that's golf, and I'm very proud of the way I kind of just hung together and kept pushing in birdies. I saw a lot of guys making birdies, and I managed to do the same, because normally when that happens you kind of feel like you've got to chase, and I never really felt like I was ever doing that. I just felt like I was within myself. So it's one of those good in the zone days, as they would say. Yeah, I mean, look, the golf course every time we come here is in fantastic condition. I know the pass pattern fairways are perfect every time we get here, and the Bermuda greens generally are amazing. They've got a little more grain on this year than years past, and they're probably half a foot slower than we're used to, and I think that's just because of the rain that they've had leading up to the event. But yeah, as you can see by the scoring, obviously it's playing softer and a lot easier than it generally is. But I know Saturday, Sunday the wind's going to come up, so I think that'll toughen the course up. It'll dry out, and then we'll get the true experience of Fanling.
Really?
I mean, I'd played 3 holes, made 3 pars, and I was 3 behind. So yeah, it kind of did. And then, yeah, I made 4 birdies in a row from there, and that kind of kick-started my day. But definitely, I knew I started, 17's probably kind of gettable, 18 and 1 are not so much. So I knew I was starting with kind of a couple of the tougher holes out there, and, I just needed to stay patient, and then hit a great wedge shot in on 2, left myself an uphill right to lefter, rolled it right in the middle, and hit driver 6-iron, pin eye right on 3, and then 2 great shots in a 4, rolled that in, made a nice bomb on 5, and then all of a sudden, I've made 4 in a row, and I'm riding the tournament. So, yeah, I think it was that kind of momentum, just kind of, the start of the day for me was just perfect, exactly what I was looking for.
And then
Yeah, depending on the direction. I mean, if I just take a golf hole like 9, for instance, I mean, if that wind's off the left and it's going to blow upwards of, I think, like nearly 30 mile an hour, 25 to 30 mile an hour gusts, you've got to hit like a low hook off that tee. Otherwise, you're just going to hit it right every time. I mean, you've literally got to hook it. So it changes the whole dynamic, whereas now it's like just a 5-yard soft draw, which most guys can hit. So it's gonna toughen up the golf course for sure. I mean, instead of having like today on 9, you would have had a 3-wood, and I would have had a 3-wood and a 9-iron, or a 3-wood and an 8-iron if I did a good one. We're looking at probably a 3-wood and a 4-iron, and into that green's not easy. And then we'll have to, these par 3s, I mean, with these upside down greens, upside down saucer greens, I mean, if you get windy and they start getting firm and bouncy, I mean, hitting those greens is tough. I mean, today it was nice for me. I made 3 birdies on the par 3s. Nice and soft greens, easy conditions, so I'm happy. But, come Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be a different golf course for sure. Big in the South African Open, and then actually tested my driver when I got here on Tuesday, and I had a dent in it. So it makes sense why I wasn't hitting any fairways last week. So I got a new driver head and got that tested, and it's all good. And, today I drove it great. So, to be able to kind of, put in consistent performances, not only for myself, but for the team, is important to me. It was a big goal of mine at the start of the year, and I want to do that throughout the season, because I think the great players and the best players in the world do that on, week in, week out. You look at a guy like Jon Rahm and how consistent he is. I'm not saying I'm going to be up to that standard, but that's what I'm aiming for, and I'm going to do my damn best to get there.
And just to follow, they're going through.
Look, it's a team sport now, and that's probably the positive part about it. Me having a great day, I know all of those guys, when I see them in a little bit, are going to congratulate me, and we'll probably talk a little bit of golf and a little bit of shop. But there's also the other side of that coin, where if they ask for my help, I'll get there and I'll give it to them. We're very close. We're basically 4 brothers, and that's a special bond that we have and we share, and we're able to deal with. It's not singular anymore. And, because of that fact, I know that the rest of the team didn't do great today, but they'll be pushing because they've seen me do well. They want to help us, get to the top and get a victory. We're not out of it. So for that reason, I'm pretty sure the boys are probably practicing right now. Yeah, Mike, obviously, I played great that final day. I had a good pairing. Today I had another great pairing. It was just good fun to be out with the guys and enjoy myself. And then there were a lot of flags out there, actually, that were final round flags from last year. So I was reminiscing on a couple of the putts, i.e. the second hole. you know, I had that exact same putt, pretty much uphill right to left, and you know, there were a few of those moments where I felt like I was back there. I think that'll always happen when you come and revisit golf courses like this. So, yeah, I definitely pulled on it a little bit. There are a few things I can still improve on and do better to catch the man behind you, but we'll do what we can do.
All right.